Oh, shalom, shalom. So here, let's make a fuller point concerning all Ethiopians who know ABuGiDa, ABuGiDa Hey with Zo, also know the Hebrew alphabet, the Aleph Beit. Now here we're showing on the screen right here in a fuller vlog. Some links this with the Sabian, the ancient Ethiopic, and the Sabian script right here. We just have that as a kind of a placeholder right there. Can look at more into the language and the linguistics. And some are on the Paleo, into the Paleo Hebrew, as it were, looking at, different, okay, right there, some of the linguistics here. All right, so here we're looking at this cipher right here, and let's bring this over here, brothers and sisters. So just to establish that point, I have some examples here to actually show. Let's get the fuller full. Okay, that's right there, the fuller full. So now here is okay, this is the one. Amharic for Rastafari. Support the labors, this ministry of the Line of Judah Society, Amharic for Rastafari. The objective will be attained and is being attained. So here, all Ethiopians. Now this really makes more of the connection, more of the proof. Are ye not as the children of the Ethiopians unto me, O children of Yisrael? Right? Saith he who be, we be. So here we're looking at some of the basics of 33 of the Ethiopic. Now in the Hebrew we have the 2-2, right? We have the 22, right? The 22, looking at some of the other scripts, some of the downloads right there. All right, so let's put this as a screensaver right here. Here's the Fidel, right? Now there's an alternative way, right, of the Fidel. And here's, we're going to bring it open to the camera phone right here. And let's open that up right there. Okay, got a little shadow right there. Okay, so here, let's point to this right here. Okay, we have some books right here. Here we have the Hebrew, right? Now, here's to prove the point right here, the Hebrew. There we go. All right, there's a clear shot right there. We have the Hebrew. There's a kind of a rabbinic script, right? The scholar's script. Then you have another script form right here. Here's the name for English and, a modern Hebrew right here from this particular document, just to get a wide shot of it right there. Let's do that like that right there. Okay, so when we say that all Ethiopians who know the ABuGiDa, this is something. Hail up to Mekonnen Bekele, in the teaching of the language right here. Right, this is old. Right, this is dated right here, but this is one of the, what we served in the community, in the teaching of the Fidel. Now in the internet community, hopefully ones and ones are studying. So okay, it's related languages, study of a black alphabet and its related languages. So that point right there is very, very apropos, right? Okay, so let's put this on the side right here. Now here we have today's daily psalm, as we had highlighted earlier, Psalm 119, and it's a acrostic psalm, which means that it's ordered according to the Hebrew alphabet, right? It's ordered according to the Hebrew alphabet. So if you go through Psalm 119, in some Bibles they will actually have the Hebrew alphabet. Here it just has Aleph. It has Aleph, and then if we flip over right here, you'll see Beth or Beit, right? And then Gimel right here, Gimel, right? You have Gimel right there. All right, now the letters are also important as well, but this is the Sefer Tehillim, so it's the Hebrew Psalter, right? And it's one of I highlights right there. Now, if you go through the full, you'll see how it's the 8 verses. Every 8 verses there's a Hebrew alphabet of a character on the letters. We say Fidel in the Ethiopic. There's the Hebrew Fidel, the Ibrahist ቋንቋ ፊደል ማለት ነው, right? There's There's a Hebrew fidel, right? From 1 to 22, and so there's 176 verses here. Now, what's also interesting, as we sought to point out, is that each, since this is Aleph, right here, each verse begins with a particular with that particular fidel or Hebrew word sound, right? So Aleph, right? We have Ashereh, right? Ashereh, right? Af, Ata, right? Achlai, right? And then let's just do this right here, right? And turn this over right here. And then you have right here, you have Az, right? Let's just get the pointer right here. You have Az, right? Odeka, right? You have Chukeka, right? And then when you get to Beit, right? Beit, the second letter, right? The ABCs, we call it the ABGs. Aleph, Beit, Gimel, or Gamel, right? Here we have, right here, you have Bameh, right? Bameh, Bekol, right? Belibi, and so forth and so on. You can see here's Be, Baruch, right? Bisfatai, right? And then it goes on. Biderek, Bifikudeka, right? Bechukoteka, right? Then when you get to Gimel, the G, right, you have Gemol, right, Gal, right, you have Gir, and so forth and so on. So it's very easy to learn in that sense, and it's right there even in the English Bibles. And I have a KJV Bible, and in that KJV Bible, it's mostly English, but they even inserted the Hebrew letters. So instead of just having the word Aleph here, you will see this right here, Aleph. That particular letter, Aleph, right? Aleph. And so Aleph there, right? This is the same as what we have right here. Aleph. Let's move this over right here so you can see this like this. You have Aleph, right? Aleph, Ashrei. Some places they interpret this as blessed, but actually it's happy. Ashrei Haish. Happy is the man, or blessed is the man, KJV, but happy. Ashrei. Right? Timimei Darek. Happy is the man, right? Okay, so here we have the Aleph. Now here's what we're going to show, how the connection right here with the ABuGiDa. Now usually I had to go find this one here, this lamination. This is the usual order of the fidel, right? The usual order of the fidel from top to bottom in the Gu'ez column, as each of the seven orders, A, U, E, I, A, O. The exceptions is the H and the A sounds, where the first and the fourth sounds the same in Martin and Hark. So they say ha, hu, he, ha, hey, he, ho. Le, lu, li, la, le, lo. Ha, hu, he. Now, there's more than one H sounds. In the more archaic, the sounds were differently nuanced, as we have even with the Hebrew, and even the northern speakers like the Tigrinya speakers also, they enunciate these glyphs a little harder with the hard and the soft sound. So this is ha, hoi ha, that's ha. Here we have ha, hu, he, ha, hey, ho. It's a more of emphatic ha, like when they say like Muhammad, ha, hum, ha, more emphatic. But in Martin and Hark, these are pronounced the same. So we have the order of the sounds, the seven going across. The basic is the E, U, E, I, A, O, as we have in all the sounds except for the H and the A's. The H and the A's, the first order, as we have ha, sounds a lot like in Martin and Hark, the fourth order. So ha, hu, he, ha. But here we have le, lu, li, la. Here we have, they would say ha, hu, he, ha, but this is he, hu, he, ha. It's emphatic. Hey, he, ho. Then we have me, mu, u, mi, e, ma, a, me, a, me, e, o. So this is like the Hebrew schwa. Right? So the sixth order right here is like the Hebrew schwa. The schwa, right? The schwa sound. Right? The schwa sound. We get into the schwa sound. So here we have nugusu se, su, si, sa, se, si, so, re, ru, ri, ra, re, ro, se, su, si. Now, in the ancient, this would be the she, nugusu se, she, shout, salt, right? She, like nagash. Anyway, se, su, si, sa. But in the ancient, it would be she. Modern Amharic, this sounds like this. So some sounds, right? And this here, right here, is an other she, which was modified in the latter language. Not to get all complex there, but this is one order. This is the basic order. This is like the ha, hu, he, ha order. Now, usually when one would learn is this column here, right? The gut is column, right? So here we have ha, le, ha, me, se, re, se, she, ke, be, te, che, che, or he, ha. They'll surprise that as ha, ne, nye, a, ka, he, we, right? And then flipping it over, right? We have a, or the ayn, a, ze, je, ye, de, je, ge, te, che, pe, tse, te, fe, pe. Right? And then some of the footer down here, some of the diacritical marks, and then this right here is a modification for the ve, right? The ve. So here we have ve, vu, vi, va, ve, vi, vo. Similar to what we have over here, right, with the veit, right, in modern Hebrew, the veit in modern Hebrew. And I submit to you that it's because of the Yehudi and certain Khazari and other Jews studying the Ethiopic and even Gesenius lexicon, the Ethiopic and the Guttas, that even ones like Halevi were able to reconstruct a more modern, speakable, we could say Hebrew, the Hebrew was, the Ethiopic provides the keys. So I just point that out right there as well. This is why we say that all Ethiopians who know Hebrew, Hebrew alphabet, the alphabet. This is talking about the Aleph Beit. Now, this is why we had to show this right here, because these are the two. All right, these are the two right here. Let's just zoom out right here so you can see a wider angle. Let's see. So we get more light. There we go. Get more light over there. So we have the ha, le, ha, me, se, re, se, she, ke. All right. Now here is the ABuGiDa, which is the Hebrew order. See, the ABuGiDa is the Hebrew order. So usually one's reading across to be ABuGiDa, hey, wizo. Most people just know that as the ABuGiDa for short. So for short, it's called the ABuGiDa. Right? For short, it's called the, look at the pointer right here. For short, it's called the ABuGiDa. Right? ABuGiDa, hey, wizo. Now keep that in mind. ABuGiDa, hey, wizo. All right? Now, that's going across with the seven orders, the u, e, I, a, o, the basic. U, e, I, a, o. The exception is the H and the A sounds, where the first, the g is, and the fourth, was it the reb, would be like similar or the same. All right, just to point that out right there. Now, going from top to bottom, right, we have a, be, ge, de, he, we, ze, je, he, te, che, ye, ka, ha, le, me, ne, nye, se. Right, and then we flip it over. Right, we flip it over right here. We have the she, a, or the a, fe, tse, ke, re, se, te. Now see te, we stop at te. Now of course there's more here, but there are some modified sounds because since Hebrew and Amharic are like Afro-Shemitic languages. See, the Ge'ez is really a pure, it's even purer in a sense than the biblical Hebrew, if we understand the real roots of things, right? Shemitically speaking. What we have, the Amharic and the Hebrew are Afro-Shemitic. So there's some modified sounds, as we show the Veit, then we have the numbers down here, the number ciphers, the Achaz, the Chazoch, right? The Chazoch, the Achaz, right? We have the number ciphers here. Right, 1 to 10, then the 20s, right, 20s, 30s, 40s, 100, 1,000, 10,000, the number ciphers right here, right? So we have the unique number ciphers right here. But now, there's some modified sounds, right? There's some modified sounds. What do I mean by modified sounds? There's some, well, the ve, remember like there's the bait and there's the veit. Right? But now, here's just to prove the basic order of the ABuGiDa. I think that has already been proven, even with the ABGs, right? Hebraically speaking, the ABGs. ABuGiDa, ABuGiDa, right? The ABGs, ABGD, right? So when we talk about the ABCs, we talk about the ABGs, Aleph, Beit, Gimel, Gamel. So here we have Aleph, Beit, now they insert the Veit in the modern Hebrew, Gimel, Daleth, Hey, Zain, Hey, Wow, so like a Wow, Zain, Wow, or they say Vav, Vav, Zain. So that's also another modification, Vav. So that, you know, we have Vav and then they have Veit right there. But anyway, we have Aleph, Beit, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Wow or Vav, Zain, Chet, right, Eit, Yod, Kaf, right, the Kafs, the form of the Kafs, right here, and Lamed. Did you note that right there? Now, here we have some modifications, modified sounds. We'll pause on that for a moment. So here we have Aleph, the A, Be, Ge, De, He, We, Ze. Let's pause the first 7. Aleph, Beit, Gimel, Gamel, Dalet, Hey, Wow, Zay, Zain, Ze, Zay. Alright? Now this is a modified sound right here. This is Je, modified off of the Ze. So we have Ze, Je. Alright? So this is a modified, this is the latest sound, modified. Je, off of the Ze. Right? Here we have the H. Remember the H? The H is this one right here, the Chet. Chet. H, Chet. Not Chet, but Chet. Chet or Chet. Some enunciates Chet. Chet, Chet. And here we have the Haut. Right? The Haut in the Ge'ez. Now here we have Te. Here we have Tate. Tate. And we emphasize that Te. Because there's Tav and there's Tate. Tate. Here's the modification. From Tate in the Amharic we have Chet. From Tate, Chet. Right? So this is modified. Right? That means that's extra. Then we have the Yemen. Yod, Yad, Yod, Yemen. What comes next? Kaf. There's Kaf. And there's also Haf. Kaf. Also we have this reflected in the Hebrew. Then what's next? Lamed. Here we go right here. Lamed. So you can see that the order primarily, let's hold the camera like this, primarily is a Hebraic order. The order is Hebraic. This is another proof positive, right, concerning the Judeo-Afro-Shemitic, the roots of those highland covenant-keeping people that Amos the prophet says, "Are ye not as the children of the Ethiopians unto me, O children of Yisrael?" So this is just to go through some of the basics right here. ABuGiDa, Hey, Wizo. Verse 7. Aleph, Beit, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Way, or Wow, Vav, Zain, Zo, Zain. So we can see this very clearly here, but this is going across. Remember, going across is the orders of the vowels. Basic A, U, E, I, A, O sound. Those are the 7. The A, U, E, I, A, O. The exception, as we mentioned before, the only exception in the modern Amharic is the A and the H. The first and the fourth is both pronounced in the fourth sonnet with the A. Every other letter like this is Be, not Ba. This is Be. But the first Aleph is pronounced A, as well as the fourth. In the ancient, it was more of a the sound, right? It was more of the sound. But just to note that right there, we thought that is just important to give more proof positive of what we're speaking about, because some I think misinformed, maybe they're a little presumptuous, and maybe they're overzealous. They say, oh, why we're learning the biblical Hebrew or the Masoretic Hebrew? They say it's a waste. They say we should just, learn the Amharic or just learn the Ge'ez. But yet we want to make sure we don't forget about our roots, right? Our divine heritage. This is our divine heritage. So you can see very clearly in the secondary Fidel chart, or the ABuGiDa chart. The ABuGiDa chart is essentially an Hebraic Aleph Beit alphabet. Aleph first, Beit. Aleph Beit, first house. Aleph Beit. Aleph Beit. Gimel, Dalet, Hai, Vav, or Wow, Zain. ABuGiDa, Hey, Wizo. Aleph, Beit, Gimel, Dalet, Hai, Wow. They say Vav. The Khazarians say Vav, but we Afro-Shemitic say Wow. And Zion, Zion. Next letter after that is the Chet, Chet, Chet. And then we have the Halt, Halt, Halt. We have the Halt sound right here, the Halt, the Chet, Halt, Chet. Right? Then we have the Tate, Tet, Tate. 8, right? Then we have the Yemen, Yod, Yemen. Then we have the Kaf, Kaf. Also we have the Haf, Haf, right? Then we have the Lamed, Lamed, right? And of course, when you see Meme down there, you see Meme, Nun, right? And Samek, just to go on. Meme, Nun, and Samek. Meme, Nun, and Samek. We could go all the way through to the 22, plus the modifications. Plus there are modifications, and the modifications are to incorporate other words, other sounds of other peoples, other tribes that the peoples came in contact, and communion and communication with. So thus we have the Je modified off of the Ze. So the Je was modified off of the Zain, the ancient Ethiopic Zain, right? As we have right here the Chet, modified off of the ancient Tate. We have the Tate here, Tate here, Tate. We have the Tate here, right? And then we even have the Ha. This is a modification too, but note this in the Hebrew. The Hebrew also incorporates this same modern Hebrew, mind you. And many of the European Jews, like many of them who did certain good works, reportedly in Ethiopia, they were studying. So when you hear them say that the Falashas, or as they call them, but the Beta Yisrael, like they don't speak Hebrew, they don't speak the European or the Khazarian form, but this is the ancient form, right? And of course, this contains, we have the roots right here. This doesn't mean that we should now, in a knee-jerk reaction, avoid the study of the Hebrew, but see where our roots, right? Like we look right here. Here's the most powerful proof. We've been seeking to touch on a video like this for a moment, just to kind of answer back to certain ones who might have presumptuously thought, okay, they hear the song ABuGiDa, right? So we have these two basic orders of the Fidel. Let's just put this side by side right here. These two basic orders. So they've been focusing on the ABuGiDa. We have the Ha, Le, Ha, Me, Se, Re, Se, She, Ke. Then we have the ancient ABuGiDa, or Aleph, Beit, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Waw, Zain. Right? Chet, or Chet, Eight, Yod, Kaf, Haf, Lamed, right? Mim, Nun, Samek. Right, just on that one side right there, pausing right there. So these are the two charts, right? These are the two charts. Once again, just to sum up right here, these are the two charts. Let's get a full view, as full a view as we can. These are the two charts, right? This is the traditional chart, the Hahu chart, right? Hahu, he, ha, he, ho, and this is the, I call this really links with the ancient roots, Ethiopian roots, because of that Hebrew, the Hebrew Aleph, Beit, Fidel order, right there. So this is just another proof positive, right, to the highland covenant-keeping Ethiopians, because those Ethiopians, there's many different nations and tribes and even ethnicities of Ethiopian, but there's certain Ethiopian that we are speaking of according to that Hebrew establishment that the Kabbalah guest also goes into much more details to speak about. But anyway, we're going to pause this for the cause right here, brothers and sisters, as we just start to elaborate a little bit more, right, on this right here, as Psalm 19 was an excellent kind of reminder right here. We can see it side by side right here. You know, take a snapshot of it. Yes, I, Rastafari. Give thanks. And also give thanks to the brothers and sisters, the donations, the contributions, the sharing of these videos near and far. Give thanks, brothers and sisters and co-laborers. God bless you and keep you, cause his face, his grace to shine upon you. I lift up his countenance, yes I, and give the eye Yeshua Shalom. Yesu Salam.